Mm-hmm. All right, hair's everywhere this morning, and been trying to rest a little bit, get off my feet. Um, I slept into I got up a couple times. I started at 4:30, right? So I went to bed around 8 last night. And what I'm trying to do is rest and get into a certain way to figure out how to do my externship, right? And all that with UMA. And I'm kind of falling behind in my reading with my current course. I know because of the itching, the new allergies, right? Which turned into welts, but it's better now, of course. They're not fully gone. You can see a few welts still right here. You know, let's see. There's something. There's a few welts left, but it's down a lot from what it was. I'm still itching a little bit, but getting better. So today's Tuesday. Right now I'm reading in chapter 3. I'm on uh, page 114, I think, or 164, 84. Well, yeah, 184. Well, all right. So this is dealing with patient counseling, things like that. Drug adherence, drug interactions, therapeutic interchange, over-the-counter recommendations, misdose, adverse drug events, things of that nature. And that's on page 1. Let me make sure it's not 35. Yes, 35. Okay. My bad. 134. Alright. Little hard to read the small lettering there. So I'm also using a magnifying glass, which I got over there in the corner somewhere, to help me with the reading. So anyway, so Carson, Tucker Carlson on Fox and his head writer have been kind of fired. Reps. Oops. He's going on a vacation, right? On The View this morning, right? And like I said, you know, I keep trying to remind Joy, maybe Trump didn't expect to win and won anyway. You ever think of it that way? He's lying because he didn't want to be in office in the first place. He thought Hillary would win. No. You ever think about that? Maybe he knows what kind of politician he would make before he joined and didn't think he would win. You ever heard of, someone just putting their pot in because there's nobody else to do it? That's what I think he was actually doing. No. I don't think he expected to win. He thought Hillary would win. And when she won the popular vote, he was like, okay, well, but he won the electoral college, which is where he won, right? That's state by state voting, right? That's why one state like California, which has a larger population than most of the regular states, can't carry the vote with the popular vote, right? That's why we use the electoral college in the first place, right? So that one state can't determine the presidency, right? All 50 states have the electoral college candidate who makes the vote according to the vote of the state. Now, if the state goes red, that means more people voted Republican, right? If it goes blue, that means most people voted Democrat, right? That's how you win the election, state by state. And you can't forget that in the runoffs. And now Georgia's been a red state though for the longest time, right? You know, I just know my state politics. And like I said, do you think Trump honestly wanted this job? I don't think he did. I think he got stuck with it because uh, he thought Hillary would win. That's why he ran against her. He thought she was going to win. Right? You know, with all he did, all that came out, I guess some men want to grab pussy. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Even if it wouldn't bother the woman, don't care. You know what I mean, right? Now, like I told you growing up, right, and while I was in the Navy, my behavior got weirder in the Navy. Now, until, the Navy, even if I saw Shonda or my sisters or my cousins or whoever, I didn't really try to do anything really weird sexual except with Tootie one time when I accidentally grabbed her from under the bed, trying to get out from under the bed because I got stuck under the bed. And I was trying to, meet her friend, but then I got caught under the bed, right? You know what I mean. And then I told him I was playing ninja trying to, you know, get to know the other girl who was my cousin, but you know what I mean, right? And then I told you how with one female cousin, I would try to have sex with her, but I didn't feel like she was willing, so I was also stopped. I got erect, but I wouldn't put it in, right? Things like that, right? Then I went to sleep, right? And like I said, unless, she started playing with me now, and it got big, and I was asleep still, and she did something without my knowledge. I don't know anything more happened. I'm not mad if it did, or say that it didn't, or would be upset with that, but I don't remember that part. Right? That's all I'm saying there, too, I know. Now, the same with cousin on the other side, right? I have a few female cousins. Now, come on, more than one, and a few male cousins, right? So I'm not naming names, though I knew a Pamela Thomas and a few other Pams in my life, right? Don't worry about which Pam I mean. If I use the word Pam or, I'm referring to someone I know, but you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know. You don't know which Pam I mean, though, right? Okay, okay. It could be referring to the spray called Pam. Don't worry about it. But anyway, I know. Now, with one cousin, though, like I said, when I was in the Navy, I kind of felt her up maybe to mid-thigh and then stopped, right? Right. And then I slept on the couch, and I remember waking up and seeing if the room was locked, and it was locked, so I went to the bathroom and then went to sleep, right? Like I said, what you gonna do? Sneak out of the bedroom and see if we kiss good or something, and then play with me like I'm asleep, and we get hard to her too? I don't know. But like I said, that's all I remember happening, right? Is trying to make the move, and then with like my half sister, one of them, I tickled her, but she had on pants, but it was near the crotch area, but not at the crotch area, but that's about it. And I don't remember nothing happening more with her either. But it's not to, again, say I was all there because the shipmates were harassing me since day one. I know. By 91, I was being harassed by them before the first tour, which is when the cousin, Pam, and some of it happened before, and some of it happened during, right? And that's what I was trying to tell her. My shipmates were kind of calling me gay and weren't training me, and so I was having a hard time dealing with all them. And that's why I was, filling her up a little bit, but need better too. And stop. And stop. Now, the rest of it is sarcasm, trying to say, well, what do you think happened? Did you stuck in there after we went to sleep and she was the aggressor? Right. Probably not. Probably not. Right. See, the female then would have to turn around and become the aggressor to me, right? That's all I mean. That's all I mean. I'm not saying it happened. I don't remember it happening, but I was asleep, though. If you did try to do that and Mr. Mojo rose, Mojo rises with just the rise into sleep. You wake up humping the bed. That's Byron and David. Are you sleep humping the bed? Told you that before. That's called a wet dream, fool. Wet dream ain't about you. Ain't about nobody. It's a wet dream. It's a wet dream. You're humping the bed. You're humping the bed. Oh, no. Right. Right. And it sure as hell, now that I got a paranoid schizophrenic diagnosis, ain't easy for me to date, Anybody, really. But I still like women, like I said, right? But either you can get over what I went through or you can't, right? I did start hearing voices, but so did the prophets in the Bible, right? So I told them I was a prophet. At the time. And before then, I didn't tell that to Dr. Weinrep. I didn't say I'm a prophet because I didn't hear voices with Dr. Weinrep. Hello. Durr. Not until 93. Then I started hearing voices and started telling them I'm a prophet now, man. I hear voices, ain't the prophets. Okay. Right. If you read the Bible, that's what you're going to think you are. You're a prophet like the guys in the Bible. And, Elijah heard her voice. Moses heard her voice. And, from a freaking burning bush. And, okay. Elijah was in the wilderness near a juniper tree or something. When he heard a still small voice, right? And again, Elisha heard voices too, right? And saw the chariots of God of fire, right? See, that's what we mean. The angels are kind of like a fiery, gaseous being, right? Which we can't really see, right? They're something that's living, but less corporal, less flesh, right? That might be something we're missing about explaining it to them too, Christians, right? They're also like the sun, right? Compared to the earth. We're the terrestrial, there's the celestial, right? Well, we know more about the sun now. It's a giant ball of fire, right? But it still maintains its spear, right? But it's bigger than the earth, right? Right? And the other planets around it. It supports us, right? That's what an angel is really supposed to do. And there's two angels guarding the way of the tree of life, right? Which is really God, right? The spirit within us, right? See, it's the little electrical impulses in your body that make you alive, nothing else, nothing else. Well, what do you think electricity looks like? When you see a bolt of lightning, it's white light, right? Well, that's what's running through us. It's bioelectrical material, right? Except it's a thinking electricity, right? It gives us the power to think, control, behave, or not behave, too. That's the problem, too, with why we warned you about being gay or straight, right? But like I told them, but with the population increase, God might allow some of you to be gay, right? I don't have a problem with you being gay if you understand we come from the heterosexual union, even the gay people, See what I mean? Right. But like I said, we all have issues. I know. And they're what? Issues, right? We all got to deal with them. I know. Now, some people might give in to peer pressure and actually go gay because they don't know. They agree with the person's assessment of them. Me, myself, I don't agree with the assessment of my shipmates that I was gay, right? I didn't fuck them. I know. If they were to do anything, it would be under duress and I would fight the hell out of them. I know. And if they just left me alone, all I would do is have a wet dream because they were harassing me with the pictures of the naked women I was carrying around. Right? Right. But they could have messed with Sheena. I don't know. Whatever they said to her, she don't even want to talk to me anymore. And I know I didn't say nothing like that to her at all. And so the only thing I can think they were doing is using the yeoman to type up letters to her. And I was afraid they would code red me or something. Right. Not saying they were or weren't, but I was afraid of it. Right. That's why I wrote her a prophecy to protect us both from being raped. But it was in handwritten form. Right. Wasn't typed up or anything. I put weird little characters on it. But why? To kind of say, well, look, I don't know what's going on here. What's the real problem? I know that I'm one of the two witnesses, or that I can't have a wife if I'm one of the two witnesses, or, well, Moses married, or maybe not Elijah or Elisha, right? But he had kind of a helper, and so his helper wound up getting Laban's uh, leprosy, right? If you remember that story in the Bible. That's what I mean. When you start hearing voices, you're becoming a prophet level type person who's serving the God of Israel, right? Even if you're a Gentile. Now, we don't really know much about Timothy's testimony, but he was half Greek, half Jewish, right? And I am circumcised, though. I don't know if that means anything, right? But am I Gentile? Am I Jewish? Who knows my whole background all the way back to 2,000 years ago. Maybe I'm one of the 7 women Jesus got pregnant and had a daughter with. And maybe he got Mary Magdalene pregnant after the resurrection and had a son with her. That'd really freak you out, huh? The Messiah not only impregnated 7 women and had 7 daughters, but also had a son with Mary Magdalene after the resurrection. That would be proof of it, wouldn't it? John did say, with many other proofs did Jesus prove that he was alive after the resurrection, but not all are written down. But these are written down that you might believe. So you don't know everything, you know it all, acting son of a bitch. That's the whole point. If they didn't write it all down, well, you don't know everything. You don't know everything. You won't admit that. You won't admit that. Okay, figure it out.